Good evening, everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and happy at your home. Today, we are going to start the conclusive lecture of pair of linear equation. That is the fifth lecture of linear equations. Okay. In this lecture, we will study the kind of word problems. Okay. There are four kind of word problems. Very first, speed, distance and time related word problem. Okay, in this kind of word problem, as you know, speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, see what I have told. As you know, speed is equal to distance upon time. In mathematics, you can utilize the formula as you want. Suppose you want here distance, so you can write that distance is equal to speed into time. Okay, for this problem, this formula will be very helpful. See, I have just written one problem. Now we are studying that problem. What is the problem? Two places A and B are 120 kilometer apart from each other. There is a place A, another place B, and the distance between them is 120 kilometer. Okay, that's very simple. Now a car starts from A and another from B, and they meet in 6 hours if they are moving in the same direction. In the sense, a car is moving in that direction and another car is moving in the same direction. Okay, and both are meeting after 6 hours. In the sense, the time taken in moving this car is 6 hours, and this also moves for 6 hours. But if definitely the speed of this car will be more than that. Suppose the speed of that car is x and the speed of that car is y. Then what will be the distance traveled? What will be the distance traveled by car A? That we need to determine. See that how will we solve the problem. So we'll start with the assumption. Okay, let the speed of car 1 be x kilometer per hour and speed of car 2 be y kilometer per hour. Okay, so as per the question. Okay, what the question is saying? See, the question is saying it takes 6 hours to reach at the particular point. Okay, car 1 takes 6 hours. Okay, so the distance traveled by car 1, distance traveled by car 1 is equal to speed into time. What is speed? X. What is time? 6 hours. So this will be 6x. Are you getting? Okay. So we are just writing it directly 6x. Okay. And similarly by car 2 is equal to 6y. Is it clear? So as per the question. As per the question. What the question is saying? That 6x minus 6y, okay, is equal to 120 kilometer. This is our equation number 1. That's very simple, that you can better understand. Okay, again in second case, again if distance traveled by first car is, see that 1 hour 12 minute, very first we'll have to convert that 1 hour 12 minute into the hour only. Okay, so how many minutes are there in 1 hour? That is 60. So we'll divide this 12 minute by 60. So 12 ones are 12, 12 fives are 60. So it will become 1 upon integer 1 upon 6. So that is 1 upon 5, sorry. So 5 1 6 by 5 hour. that will be 6 by 5. So if the distance traveled by first car is 6 by 5x and second car 6 by 5y, so again 6 by 5x plus 6 by 5y is equal to 120. Is it clear? So that 5 will take here, 6 by 5 we are taking common and multiplying in 120. So x plus y is equal to 120 into 5 by 6. So that 5 by 6 we should solve. X plus y is equal to, that will be 100. Equation number 2. This equation can also be written in the form, see, 6x minus 6y. 6x minus 6y is equal to 120, suppose. So if suppose we will divide it by 6, it will become x minus y is equal to 20. This is equation number 1, and the second equation is x plus y is equal to 100. I don't think there is any doubt till here. I don't think so. Okay, so you must pause the video and note down that till the equation number 2. Now we'll solve these equations and we'll get the final answer. So I am just making this clean. Okay, मैं इसको साफ कर रहा हूँ. So now see what will happen here. See that from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, what is equation number 1? X minus y is equal to 20. Equation number 2, x plus y is equal to 100. See, simplest form of equation is given here. So this s will add this will cancel down. So 2x will be equal to 120. X will be equal to 120 upon 2, that is 60 km per hour. Okay, again from equation 1 में put करते हैं. Suppose it is x minus y is equal to 20. So x means 60 minus y is equal to 20. So y will be equal to, y will shift there, it will become 60 minus 20. It is equal to, y is equal to 40 km per hour. Is there any doubt? X is 60 km per hour and y is 40 km per hour. So we'll write the answer in words. The hence the speed of first car is 60 km per hour and second is 40 km per hour. That is your answer. Okay, that is one of the simplest word problem. See, it's very easy. As you need to determine the relationship between the speed, distance and time. You must note down that by just pausing the video. Okay, so I hope you determined that. Now if suppose some question, a little different question is given exactly, which is just based on the speed of a motorboat when just motorboat is moving with the current of water. Okay, a river is there in which a motorboat is moving. So definitely there will be two cases. Try to understand that. Suppose a river is flowing, okay, and this is the direction of current. In this direction the current of river is there. Okay, now if suppose a boat is there, the speed of current is x km per hour or y km per hour, because definitely the speed of current will be less than the speed of boat. Now there is a boat, okay, there is a boat A. It is just that boat with an engine. Okay, so that is boat A, it is moving with the direction of current. Suppose the speed of this is x kilometer per hour. Okay, so when it is flowing with the current, either it will flow with the current, or suppose another boat is there, boat B. Okay, B, it is just flowing upward the direction, in the sense upstream, it is moving upstream. So its speed is again same, x kilometer per hour. So what will be the resultant speed? Exactly, here is the boat is moving ahead. The speed of current is just supporting the speed of boat, in the sense the total overall speed it will be x plus y kilometer per hour. Is there any doubt? And in this case the total speed will be x minus y kilometer per hour. That we need to understand. Whenever a boat will move upstream, the speed will be speed of boat minus speed of current or stream. Is it clear? And whenever it will go downstream, suppose we are talking about the downstream motion. So in downstream it will be speed of boat plus speed of current. Is there any doubt? I don't think there is any doubt. Okay, so now we'll see that kind of question. इस तरह का एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके देखते हैं. चलिए, there is a question that I am writing here. See, to write question is very important. Try to understand that. You should always know in mathematics that if you are not writing a question, means you are just not getting the question. Always, whenever you are just solving the question at home, you must write the word problem, because exactly to solve question, in the sense to understand the question very fast. Okay, so when you will write the question, definitely you will understand it. Now I am writing the question. A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. Okay, a boat goes 30 km upstream. 30 km a boat goes 30 km downstream, upstream, and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 10 hours. It can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream in 13 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream, 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Okay, so determine the speed of boat and stream. Find the speed of boat and stream, that you understand. Okay, this is the simplest question. So we need to know exactly. See, very first the assumption part, the solution. Let the speed of boat be x kilometer per hour and speed of stream be y kilometer per hour. So speed upstream will be x minus y kilometer per hour. Okay, and speed downstream downstream will be x plus y kilometer per hour. So now from here, so time taken in upstream, in first case 30 kilometer upstream. Okay, so time is equal to distance upon speed. So 30 upon upstream in the sense x minus y, and time taken in downstream, that is 44 upon x plus y. In second case if we are talking about, so or that is 40 kilometer upstream, so 40 upon x minus y, and in second case here 55 upon x plus y. So we should write the equation, means so we can write, see it is time taken first, so time taken first is how much? It is 10 hour. Okay, so 30 upon x minus y plus 44 upon x plus y is equal to 10. This is equation number 1. Equation number 2, 44 upon x plus y, sorry 44 upon 40 kilometer it is, yes 40 upon x minus y, 40 upon x minus y plus 55 upon x plus y is equal to 13. Equation number 2. Is it clear? That is all in the formulation part. This is the formulation part. Now we'll solve this for x minus y and x plus y. We'll determine the value of x plus y and x minus y, and then after we'll solve it. It's very easy. See how, suppose equation 1 we are multiplying by 40, equation 2 we are multiplying by 30, or we can just multiply by 4 and 3. So equation 1 we are multiplying by 4, and equation 2 we are multiplying by 3, and on subtraction see that what will be the equations. 4 3s are 120 upon x minus y plus 44 4s are 176 upon x plus y is equal to 40. And the second equation again 120 upon x minus y plus 50 3s are 165 upon x plus y is equal to 39. So we are just subtracting both. What we'll get is minus minus minus. This will get cancelled down. 176, this is 11 upon x plus y, and that is 1. So that x plus y will move there. X plus y is equal to 11. It is equation number 3rd. And this is our real equation exactly. So now we will determine the value of x minus y again by putting the value of x plus y in any of the equation. So from 1 we should put in the equation number 1 the value of x plus y. So 30 upon x minus y, 30 upon x minus y plus 44 upon x plus y. X plus y is 11 is equal to 10. So 11 4s are 4. 10 minus 4 6. So 30 upon x minus y is equal to 6. From here you can write x minus y is equal to 30 upon 6, that is 5. So we have determined the value of x minus y, it is 5. Now I don't think you are having any doubt in this. You must solve the equation x plus y is equal to 11, x minus y is equal to 5. You will get something. How? See that I am just doing here, as I am having the limited space. So x minus y is equal to 5 and x plus y is equal to 11. We'll just add, so that will cancel down by this. Here this will cancel down by this. 2x is equal to 16 and x is equal to 8. Okay, now if we will subtract both the equations, x minus y is equal to 5, x plus y is equal to 11. Now if we will subtract, okay, so on subtraction this will become this minus, okay, so x will cancel down by x, this will become minus 2y is equal to minus 6, means y is equal to 3. So you can see that the speed of boat is 8 km per hour and the speed of stream is 3 km per hour. That is one of the simplest question that you can see. See that it's very easy. If you are solving, it will become very easy for you. You must note down the solution by making pause the video. Okay, you just pause the video and note down this. Now we are just going for the age kind of questions, the questions in which we are just giving the relationship between the ages of in between the relations. Okay, these are again the same and the simplest questions, as you know very well. Suppose the age of someone today is 10 years. Okay, then after 5 years what will be the age of the person? Boy, 15 years. And before 5 years what was the age? So 10 minus 5, that was 5 years. Is there any doubt? In the same kind of things, as you know, the relationship differs. The relationship differs in the sense that I am just giving you an example. See that a man's age is 3 times the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. See, a man's age is 3 times the sum of ages of his sons. Okay, now after 5 years he will be twice the sum of ages of his 2 sons. After 5 years he will be twice the sum of ages of his son. Find the age of men. Find age of men. Okay, so that's very simple. That's very simple question. It's very simple. See how. We'll very first start with the assumptions, as you know very well. So solution, let the age of men be x and the sum of ages of his sons be y. So is for the question, this is the present age. Okay, this is the present age of men. Now a man's age is 3 times the sum of his the ages of his son, means x is equal to 3y. This is the equation number 1. Okay, now from equation number 2, after 5 years, very first we need to determine the age of the man after 5 years. So now he is having 2 sons. Okay, he is 2 sons. Here I forgot to write that he is 2 sons. That will have to include. Okay, so after 5 years the age of man will be, क्या होगी बताओ? That will be x plus 5 years. Okay, and the sum of ages of his sons will be कितना हो जाएगा? y plus 5 plus 5. Why I am doing y plus 5 plus 5? Because there are 2 sons. So the age will be y plus 10r. Okay, now we need to create the relationship between that. So what will be the relation? That's very simple. After 5 years, he will be twice the sum of the ages of his sons. Means x plus 5 will be twice the age of y plus 10. So we should multiply. X plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 20. Okay, now from equation 1 we can put the value of x from equation 1, that is 3y. So it will become 3y plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 20. So now we'll just transport 3y minus 2y. It will be 20 minus 5. So y will be equal to 15. So from equation 1, x will be equal to 3y, means 3 into 15, it is 45 here. So we'll write the answer inwards. Hence the age of man is 45 year. Is there in doubt? See, it is one of the simplest question. See that. There is no doubt that this question is very simple. You just pause the video and note down the solution. Okay, I hope you understood that. Now see a different kind of question where the question given for the one fraction in the sense, suppose a number is there and it is a rational number which is non-integer in the sense fraction. As you know very well, fraction is having two parts, that is one is numerator and another is denominator. So fraction is made up by two numbers. So these two numbers are exactly, see that. Suppose a question, I am just writing a question, it was asked in CBSE 2010. The sum of the numerator and denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice the numerator. The sum of numerator and denominator. See, I am writing the question. The sum of numerator and denominator of a fraction is, what is the sum? See, this is 4 more than twice the numerator. 4 more than twice numerator. Okay, now if 3 is added to each, their ratio becomes 2:3. If 3 is added to each, ratio becomes 2:3. Find the fractions. Okay, so that is again one of the simplest question. How to solve? Definitely we'll start with the assumption. Let the numerator be x and denominator be y, then fraction क्या हो जाएगा? That will be x upon y. Is it clear? Now as per the question, what the question is saying, the sum of numerator and denominator means x plus y is equal to 4 more than twice the numerator. Okay, 4 plus 2x. So we'll just solve that equation. This 2x will send here. So x minus 2x plus y is equal to 4. So minus x plus y is equal to 4. This is our equation number 1. Do you have any doubt in this? I don't think there is any doubt. What we did is just we have followed the given situations. Okay. Now we are doing the second again. If 3 is added to each, if 3 is added to each means x plus 3 upon y plus 3, the ratio becomes 2 is to 3, 2 upon 3. Okay. Now we need to solve this equation by cross multiplying the terms. So 3 will be multiplied in x plus 3 and 2 will be multiplied in y plus 3. So this will become 3x plus 9 is equal to 2y plus 6. So 3x minus 2y is equal to 6 minus 9. 3x minus 2y is equal to minus 3. Equation number 2. See, you may compare, you may determine the equation number, you may solve the equation number 1 and 2. Okay, this is equation number 2 and determine the value of x and y. How? See, on multiplying equation 1 by 3 or equation 2 by equation 1 by 2, suppose we are just multiplying by 2. So what will we get? On multiplying equation 1 by 2 and on addition, 3x minus 2y is equal to minus 3. It will become minus 2x plus 2y is equal to 8. Okay. So now we are just adding. What will be? That this will cancel down by this. 3x minus 2x, x, and this 5. So x is equal to 5 we received. Now from any of the equation, so from equation 1 we are just putting the value of x minus x, so minus 5 plus y is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4 plus 5, so y is equal to 9. Hence the ratio, hence the fraction will be x upon y, matlab 5 upon 9. Is there in doubt? This is your final answer. Is there in doubt? I don't think there is any doubt. Again, it is one of the simplest question what you have seen. Is there in doubt? If you are having any doubt, you may just call me. Just pause the video and write down the solution. Okay. So I hope you understood from here. Now I am just solving one simple question. One simple question means one question which is what is general. There may be some general questions in the sense which are just establishing the relationship between the entities. Exactly, that is only the algebraic terms are or algebra. As we are just studying the algebra, so see, 3 bags and 4 pens together cost rupees 257. That's simplest question. 2 bags and 3 bags and 4 pens. Sorry, 3 bags and 4 pens together cost rupees 257. Rupees 257. Okay. Whereas 4 bags and 3 pens, whereas 4 bags and 3 pens cost rupees 324. Cost rupees 324. Find the total cost of 1 bag and 10 pens. Find the total cost of 1 pen and 10 bags. That's very simple. Okay. Again, we'll start with the same assumption. So, we'll apply the assumption. Solution. Let the cost of a pen be x and be rupees x, that we should write rupees x, and a bag be rupees y. Okay, so as per the question, so as per the question, as per the first condition, 4 pens, the cost of 4 pens will be 4x plus 3 bags, so this will be 3y is equal to 257. This is your equation number 1. Okay, again by second, 4 bags means 4y and 3 pens means 3x. 3x plus 4y is equal to 324. Is there any doubt? This is question number 1 and this is question number 2. Now we'll have to solve both the equations. Okay, so we may multiply this by 3 and this by 4 and on subtraction. So on multiplying equation 1 by 3 and 2 by 4 and on subtracting. See, we are just doing that operation. So 3 4s are, that equation will become 12x, and then 9y plus 9y is equal to 3 times 257. So 3 7 the 771. Okay. Yes, 771. Now if we are multiplying by 4, so again it will be 12x plus 16y is equal to 1296. Okay. Yes. So now we are just subtracting. This will cancel down by 9 minus 16 minus 7y. Okay. Now 1296 minus 771. So it will be we'll just subtract. So 5, then 2, then 5. That is of negative. Is it clear? 525. So now we are just determining the solution. No, 525 nahi. It will be 6 5 1 6 7 2 9 and 7 525. Yes, it is. So y is equal to minus 525 upon minus 7. So y is equal to 7 and 75. It is the cost of a bag. Now you can just put the value of y in any of the equation. So from 1, so 4x plus 3 into 75 is equal to 257. So 4x is equal to 257 minus 225. So it will be 32 4x. So x will be equal to 32 upon 4. X is equal to rupees 8. So the cost of a pen is 8 rupees. Cost of a bag is 75 rupees. But now what is the question? Try to understand. Find the total cost of one pen and 10 bags. So the cost of one pen is rupees 8 plus 10 bags. It is 750. So 758 rupees will be the total cost in our final answer. So what I am saying is exactly we need to finish the formulation work very fast. Well begun is half done. Is it clear? If you did that formulation work, then you receive half of the marks of the question. Is it clear? And then after, definitely the question will become very easy for you. So I hope you understood all the kind of word problems. Okay, that is all in the chapter of linear equation, pair of linear equations. Okay, so now we'll start the next chapter from tomorrow. So please do study entire chapter. If you are having any doubt, any problem, you may call me anytime. Okay, have a nice day everyone. All the best.